The lights are on. How are you feeling? A little intimidated? Who's going to help you keep all those doubts and fears locked up during your writing session? Your light, supercharged muse, of course. Power. Awesome muse power running through your nerve endings. Can you feel it yet? You will. The last step to unlock all the awesome power is practice. Did you notice the ginormous elephant in the room in our discussion so far? Was there a word you wanted me to use that I didn't use? That elephant brings one final twist to unlocking the power of your muse. Our elephant's name is time, and man is she a slippery pachyderm, always disappearing before we can quite catch her. If you don't spend time with your best friend, what happens? She knows you're busy. She's busy too. But if you don't have time for a regular phone call or text thread, you no longer have a best friend. There's a simple fix for your muse. Write with her once a day for 30 days. Yes, simple and terrifyingly hard. You can do it. What if my muse has a problem while we're writing, you ask? Solve it. Wait, what, you say? Solve the problems? Yes, your job is to solve the problems for your muse. After all, you're the one with the hands, the eyes, the ears, and mouth. She's the one stuck in the back of your brain. The first problem you're going to solve is time. It's a big one. When I say once a day, I mean it. Weekdays, weekends, rain, shine, sickness, and health. 5 minutes a day is doable. Your excuses all have solutions, and you can write every day. The problem isn't a lack of time, it's a lack of permission. You need to give yourself permission to turn on a light and write with your muse every day. You can do that. I know, I did. In 40 years of writing, I'd never ever written every day before I turned on the lights and met my muse. I had great excuses. Children, a job, housework, committee work, cooking, illness, death in the family, travel. When I had a looming deadline, I would drop everything else and binge write. It was always a wrestling session back then. With every book, I completely disrespected my muse, my time, and my story with marathon binge writing sessions. Let me be clear. One of the best muse hacks ever is to clear a few days and binge write your first draft. But that works best when you don't otherwise neglect your muse. There's a reason why I burnt out three times in 40 years, and there's a reason why my muse didn't trust me. I tried to bully, trick, and cajole her. It was only when I said, what if I did it? What if I wrote with my muse every day for 30 days? Guess what? Writing every day with your muse in full partnership creates wonderful things. Remember writing that first story before all the doubts and fears of being judged crowded in? Yes, it's like that. Now, not always. Writing is still hard work, but I have a partner and we trust each other. That's what I'm telling you to do. Write every day for 30 days with your muse. I know it's terrifying, but just do it. That's one of the reasons I created the Tangible Muse for you. I want you to prop her up in your line of sight during your next writing session. Name her. Schedule time to write with her. Greet her as you would a real human partner. Smile at her. Even if you feel silly, it's too hard to smile at the back of your brain where she really lives. Then write every day for 30 days. When you run into a problem, solve it. If it's too noisy, put on headphones or go to a coffee shop. If your descriptive skills aren't up to the challenge your muse has set you, make a note to go to the library and get a book about how to write better descriptions, or go to YouTube because they have everything. Then write the best description you can with your muse, knowing you can always improve it during revisions. When you get stuck, look for inspiration from the happy side of your muse. If she likes clever characters, tax your character's cleverness to the max. If she likes adventure, send your character somewhere she can explore. Don't waste a second worrying that you're not smart enough to create a clever character or that the adventure is cliched because you've run out of ideas. Just give your clever character her head or send her on her adventure. You'll figure out how to improve it in revisions. Don't look at the dark side of the muse during the writing session ever. The doubts must be locked away until the writing session is done. You know what else those annoying successful writers who command you to write every day say? The only thing worse than a page of bad writing is a page that is blank. To be a writer, you have to write. Writing with your muse is way better than writing alone. Are you ready? Wonderful. But wait, I have one surprise for you. It was very painful to create that dark side of your muse. I know. You wrote down your doubts and fears. You brought them up from your subconscious. You had to look at them. Ew. You didn't just write down irresponsibility. You remembered that time you were late to work because you lost track of time writing. Your boss shook her head as if you were irresponsible. You still feel the sting. I want to reward you for doing that very hard, very painful work. Use the power of the dark side of your muse to make your writing sing through your reader's veins. All those doubts and fears and problems that plague you, they plague your readers too. Use them to fuel your story, build your characters, and create relatable conflict. After all, those are the ones you and your muse know best. Okay, you're going to write every day for 30 days and see what happens. I started 6 months ago and I haven't broken my daily writing streak yet. I really wish I could jump in a time machine and share my insight with my younger self. Who knows what I'd have written if I hadn't spent so much time avoiding writing. And yet, at the end of this course, I believe I'm lucky. After digging down very deep to create a Hack Your Muse course that solves a fundamental problem for writers, I created a sustainable partnership with my muse. No more writer's block, no more burnout. I can write every day. I can even face the camera and make this video knowing my muse has my back. It feels, wait for it, awesome. I hope you and your muse have been saved years of wrestling in the dark. You'll have the chance to share more awesome writing with your readers. You have lifetime access to this course, so come back whenever you need to remind yourself how to turn on the lights. I plan to update this course every few months, so you're likely to find something new when you do come back. I'd love to hear how you and your muse are getting along. Please feel free to email me with an update, question, or suggestion. Now, go say hello to your muse and write.